favorite spots. Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. This is fielded at the goal line. And nowhere to go. He'll make it back only to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And tough starting field position here. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
First, they go right back to Howard. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On the toss play, Howard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Going to throw right side here, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. On second down, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, First interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Back to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. A really nice gain of 25. Yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. They're going to look to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away. New was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Muscles him off. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's King. A big hit. Knocked out sideways at the 46. A good pickup there at 22.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, they run with Howard. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
This is Howard on second down. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And now out comes Minnesota. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big one there for the Vikings. And even 60 yards on the ground. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Following the penalty. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run with Cook. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. To return, this is Eddie Jackson. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Trubisky. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down, Trubisky. And running with power here. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
Now a play fake here on first down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he knocks it through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days. Offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. This time he'll look to throw. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Looking to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Back to the ground, Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
He'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll drop to throw. Lets it fly for Treadwell. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Here is the punter, Shum, as he sends this one away. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning. It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. And you can almost feel Trubisky saying, let's get to the line and hurry up. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd. Playing coverage here.
All right, now, look at the back 99 Philly. Here we go. Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed. And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw now on 2nd and 10. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. With it is Jackson. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Leopard! Leopard! Hurry up, here we go! Leopard! Leopard!
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Ben Gideon coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Throws right side, and that's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Floyd, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll look to throw here. It's caught by Treadwell. Say goodbye to Laquan Treadwell. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, 77 yards. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No. Check. Patriot. Let's go. Green.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Detroit. Leopard. Now let's go.
On 2nd down, Trubisky is going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be knocked down sideways, right near the 27. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. They're still in search of the 1st down after that last completion.
Here we go now.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's King. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taking it about the 36. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They're going to look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
No. Check. Patriot. Set. 19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And now it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 19 yards that time for number 19. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
No. Check. Patriot. Set. Green. 39.
Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 2nd down, Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll look to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. So they need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. Hard throw, incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have is chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go. Green.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Now let's go. Gun.
They go with Howard again. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. 23 yards on the play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one.
Green, 39.
A give to Howard. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. Again, it's Howard. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. first and goal, Howard. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Shift together here from the D-line.
All right, here we go.
Second down, goal to go from the 6. Now Howard. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third and goal.
Here we go.
Now it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. He may try and run for, and he will score. Now Trubisky lost the football.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Now back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. Couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well, I think Lady Luck was on his side.
Here we go now. Green, 39. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And that one results in 35 yards.
Let's go. Detroit. Detroit.
Looking to throw. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. They'll set up a throw.
That was a nice...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Chicago, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.